The 2 News investigators exposed federal documents about the controversial birth control ESsure. Documents never before made public until now. We've covered this story for a year, and the FDA has maintained all along that this device is safe and that they have research to back it up. But many of the documents we obtain show the opposite.
Patients are saying bad things are happening to them.
It's right here in these records.
It's a fatal flaw.
Straight from the Food and Drug Administration.
Patients are being harmed.
Like Katie Reeder.
I felt like my insides were being shredded.
This mother of 3 says she was in pain for 2 years after having ESsure implanted.
I go from being depressed to sad to angry. And I mean, it's not just with the doctors, it's with my family. You know, I can't be the mom I need to be.
ESsure consists of metal coils placed inside the fallopian tubes, blocking conception. The investigators uncovered documents from the FDA that show they knew patients were being harmed by the device more than a decade ago, and that the company that originally manufactured ESsure, Conceptus, was cited for failing to report all the complaints fast enough, which meant they were violating the law.
It's clear that the FDA inspectors found that the company wasn't being forthcoming in reporting problems that patients were having.
The documents are called Form 483S, reports from the FDA's own inspections. In this one from 2010, the investigator found the company received 168 complaints of perforation, where the device cut through the internal organs, but the company only told the FDA about 22 of them. Those numbers have Dr. Diana Zuckerman with the Center for Health Research in Washington, D.C., questioning the original clinical trials.
When you see data that looks so great, and you talk to women who've used the product whose experience is completely different, you have to question whether the studies were really done appropriately.
When we've asked the FDA about ESsure complaints, they told us follow-up studies to the clinical trials have been completed. They also recently sent us these records showing what the manufacturer had to say about each of the allegations. Now, in some cases, Conceptus agreed to make changes, but it's very hard to say what they are because most of the document is blacked out. In other cases, the manufacturer blamed the doctors for the problems the women had. Women like the 10,000 who have united on the ESsure Problems Facebook page to speak out about their negative experiences with the medical device.
With ESsure, they tell you, no, there's not any side effects, there's no problems. And I just feel that that's unacceptable. You have all these women going through this and reporting this to you, and you're still going to dismiss it?
In some cases, the Facebook complaints mirror the FDA's own inspections. Women reported bleeding, pain, one patient taken to the hospital for surgery. There were multiple instances reported where the device migrated out of the fallopian tubes. Many women needed hysterectomies to remove it. So did Katie. She had a hysterectomy shortly after our interview.
I'm 30 years old and I wake up feeling like I'm 80.
Do you feel like the system has failed you?
Absolutely. I have no faith in anything.